Okay, look at that. The off-grid system is up and running. Look at that. I think I'm going to call this Solark in the Ozarks 2. Big time shout out to Scott Hunt at Practical Preppers and his wife Lori as well, because I got all the equipment from them except the batteries, which I purchased locally because the shipping is, real. It's more cost effective if you can get it and not have to pay shipping because they're real heavy. But everything else, the Solark itself, the panels, all the stuff that goes with it, I got that from Scott. But I like the Solark so far. It's really pretty neat. It shows you the way that it shows you the amount of charge that's happening. It's a really cool graphic. The panel feature on the Solark shows you how much solar energy you're gathering from the array and putting into the system. I tell you what, I've had and still have several other inverters and charge controllers. This is the simplest charge controller inverter I've ever dealt with. It's just super simplified. It's very, there's just not tons and tons and tons of menus to scroll through. There's just the basics of getting it configured to what you need it to be configured at with it. I've got a game camera that's got more menus on it than the Solark does, and it's like, what is all this stuff for? It's just a confusing mess, And Solark is really just super straightforward. The manual is geared towards grid, an on-grid system, and it's not really written for an off-grid system. I wish, and they may have already done it because it looks like this manual's a little bit different when it comes to the menus on the in the touch screen, so it may be slightly out of date. I think it is, but if I had one complaint, I would say that the manual could be a little more, not a little more, I'd say the manual could have a section dedicated solely to an off-grid system, and not just an off-grid system that's grid tied, because it's got that. And I don't have a transfer switch, so, and I'll say this for the Cummins generator too, the only thing it refers to in its manual is a on-grid backup system. So it only refers to a system that has a transfer switch. In the Solark setup, off-grid, you don't have a transfer switch. The Solark operates the generator, so the Solark is the transfer switch, and there needs to be for both the generator and the Solark, there needs to be a straight up off-grid section in the manual, and a schematic would be perfect too. I didn't redo it, but I just took the schematic from the Solark manual in CAD. I copied it. I just drew it, and to the best of my ability, I'll put it up on the screen. I cut out the transfer switch and made everything just go to the Solark. And I've got one or two questions about wiring up the generator, but Cummins has a real good video actually a series of videos on how to install that generator. So that's helped a lot. So that's the wrap up of the solar bill. It's actually a lot less work than I thought it would be. You know, to tell you the truth, it's a lot less work than the showers, which still aren't finished. And I've probably got over 2 weeks work in both of those. And I got all the solar put together and wired up in about a week. And I thought it would be more work than that, but it went together fast. The Solark made things very simple. But if you like this stuff, like and subscribe, drop me a comment, and thanks for watching.